I mean, this is a high-stakes hearing.
It is. You got a little boy's life on the line. It's very stressful, to say the least.
To hear the judge talk about how hard a decision and how much she's going to think about it, what was going through your mind?
You know, the same thing's going through my mind. It's, you know, you got a child being possibly tried as an adult. It's hard to fathom because, you know, I have a 12-year-old, and it's a different mindset for children compared to adults, and it was hard for me just to defend a juvenile because you can't communicate with them like you can communicate with an adult, and they can't participate in their defense, and it's a very, very unsettling, unusual, uncomfortable position to be in, and I've never been in that position in my career.
Is there a precedent for this as a 12-year-old being tried as an adult in South Carolina?
Not that I'm aware of. I know there's been, I think maybe a 15-year-old, but that, you know, and that was more of a mass shooting situation. This is more of a targeted situation where there's a lot of evidence of bullying and really lack of action being done by local people in positions that should have probably done something ahead of time. But you know, that's another day.
What was some evidence and testimony that stood out over the last 2 days, and what are those factors that the judge is going to take into consideration? You
know, one thing that I thought was very interesting is that the state's expert and our expert pretty much agreed on everything, and that's very unusual. And I thought it was also very unusual that the state wanted their expert to use hypotheticals in the state's narrative of what they thought happened, but not not the facts and the evidence that the experts had. So I found that very interesting.
A lot's been talked about with rehabilitation. Just walk us through a little bit of where you think a case like this stands in the overall issue. Well,
you know, according to both experts, the juvenile is very amenable to being rehabilitated in the juvenile justice system. So, you know, I rely on the experts for that, and so I think that's what should happen.
And to be clear, there's two options. It's either under DJJ or Department of Corrections.
Correct.
Are you thinking at all about the impact this case could have on future cases?
You know, I haven't thought about it, but, you know, that is something, obviously, that I'm sure the state will consider next time they go forward on something like this.